talk about if English should be established as an official language. And I think not, because there are so many foreigners who would be so lost and confused. The language is also an official language in countries like India, the Philippines, and Singapore. Some countries that speak English are the Philippines, India, Singapore, Australia, Canada, and the Bahamas. Some have different viewpoints on if it should be the official language of the United States because it can promote unity, and others say that making English the official language will ignore the country's history. A reason as to why it should not be made in an official language is because the language itself can sometimes be very difficult for someone who never spoke English again in their life. It can lead up to confusion and discrimination on both parties. The way native English speakers pronounce words are very different for someone of a different race. For example, Americans speak English and so do England, but have a different meaning and saying as Americans do. For example, in England, a cookie is a biscuit, and in America, a cookie is a cookie. A chip is a fry, and a chip for us is a potato chip. So you can see the difference. The language is hard for non-English speakers because of the tone that the language is used in spelling and speaking. Many people who are learning the language find it very difficult. For example, they find it difficult to pronounce it, learn the grammar, and memorize the meaning. English can also dominate other languages that leads to taking control and pushing away foreigners' traditions. Making it an official language can greatly impact and affect a non-native English person culturally and how they were taught to pronounce things. Mostly non-English speakers struggle with not using the idioms correctly. Having it as an official language can cause more harm than good. For example, they can feel excluded because of not knowing and because of the pronunciation. And someone who is a foreigner and English is not their first language can kind of face discrimination in a way, like be looked at wrong. And making it an official language can take away their traditions, speech, and history just for another language. Why is it so hard to learn English? English has borrowed words from other languages that result in multiple pronunciations from the same spelling. And if someone changed our language, it can be very difficult for us as well. Like if they changed it to Chinese, we don't know Chinese, so that can be very difficult on us. Issues that the policy seeks to tackle is immigrant integration, cultural heritage, identity, discrimination, and exclusion. How do we talk about legal issues? Equal protection clause, language discrimination, language access laws. Some benefits and advantages: better employment, better education, understand other cultures, communicate in an emergency, meet new people, will be easier for you to travel and live abroad. Some tips on learning is watching videos in English with subtitles in English, read books in English, language learning apps, even take English classes. A positive note is everyone deserves to be comfortable with themselves, and making another language official can limit it.